Vodafone presents the pre-match.
The pre-match indeed by Vodafone. I'm Lyrical, joined as well by Lacoste and Basekip, and you are looking at Poland, where ESL One Katowice is continuing on. And it is nighttime there. It's nighttime here as well in the ESL offices in Cologne, Germany. And we're just getting ready to go into our final series of the day. NIP facing off against Chaos. I have some wonderful folks next to me who I've already introduced. And man, NIP, they didn't look amazing in that last series, but they were able to pull out the win in the end. How you guys feeling about them against Chaos?
I feel like this matchup is going to be really interesting. I think a lot is going to be decided during the pick and ban phase. NIP's drafting doesn't look good.
Yeah, and I feel like they have.
When I say doesn't look good, it could be better. We saw some downsides of their drafts, and I think PPD should have something else prepared.
I feel like they haven't looked all that great in the laning stage, or at least those last two games didn't look fantastic in the lanes. Like game number 2, they did all right, but then they kind of brought it back by taking good late game team fights and that kind of a thing. And that's where I worry about them getting run over by Chaos, because Chaos are a early game focused team. They're pretty good in their lanes. If there's anything that you could criticize them for, it's their mid game and their late game decision making once they start to lose the momentum. But the way that NIP have been playing, I feel like Chaos could just take the game right in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, this is a team that always been known for their aggressive play style, coming from that region, South America as well. And I think that also it's sort of a little bit of a history there. You know, Misery and PPD is captains against each other. They've certainly had a pretty long history against each other, and so maybe being able to recognize some of the weaknesses of their opponent's draft, what to try and do with it. So we haven't got to see any of Chaos yet on this stream. It's been pretty much all in the mainstream or the third one.
Yeah, they just lost Fnatic 2-0,
okay.
So they could be a bit upset about it, knowing Misery. He expects to win every single game. He wants to win it. I love to talk to the Brazilian part of the team as well.
Yeah.
But all of them are a bunch of cool guys, and they're not afraid to admit their mistakes. Every single time they drop out of the tournament, they try even harder to get back online to see what their mistakes were and try to improve what was wrong.
Well, I'm very curious to check out their drafting too, because I've been looking on these ones and been seeing like Sand King coming out, Clockwork, a little bit of Kunkka. These are heroes I like to see when drafting's going on. Also a little bit of an Invoker in there too, so maybe we'll get to see some more.
There was a
Invoker.
Weepo as well. I'm pretty sure they Meepo'd Aster in one of their games. So some interesting stuff that we could see.
Both of these teams love to play Meepo, so we might see some Meepo action.
Yeah. Well, we do have a quick little look-see. We just saw them in-game, and now we're going to get to see their beautiful faces right down below us. It's going to be NIP, Fata, Ace, PPD, Saxa, and 3-3. It's tough, right? Because I think in a lot of ways, when I look at this lineup, Ace and Fata, to me, still kind of stand out as two of the ones that are struggling. Now, whether that's by design, because I do have to say, like, that rotation over in the first game where Fata was playing Pugna, and then he basically gave up level 6 to the Timbersaw. He gets solo killed, but that was to secure his team the bounty runes. So I'm wondering how much of this is by design and how much of it is just them actually struggling. And I'm not sure.
Well, definitely the talk was not, oh, let's come to a rune, secure the runes so you can die after. But it's just a couple of factors there. You don't expect that you're going to need one more CS to get to level 6. So you can't really do the math on those things. No. You just play by the feeling.
Yeah, that's fair. And then on the other side, I think also some of it is that the heroes that Ace was really well known for, like the Lone Druid and the Meepo, they're kind of niche-oriented. When he gets put on this more traditional carry, it's maybe not quite entirely in his comfort zone on Ace. I don't know, basically, what's your thoughts on Ace?
No, I'm inclined to agree. I think when he was on Secret, right, it was very much all about those sort of niche picks. Doesn't necessarily have just the stable standard carries in his repertoire. It was always about your Lone Druids, your when he played Dismendo Arc Warden
Oh, yeah.
as well. Like, it was always these kind of off-the-wall heroes, and then those Void games did not look very comfortable at all. I still think Ace is a good player, but I do feel like he's looked, since leaving Secret, he's looked a little bit weaker.
His first part of the previous season with Team Secret, he looked extremely good. After that, he's been struggling.
Okay. I mean, I think that also part of it is also like when PPD's played with 3-3 before, they've tended to want to empower him and make these heroes that he's playing like the centerpiece of the draft. And that doesn't necessarily work very well when you have these other cores that also want a lot of farms. So I don't know. We'll see. We also have another team that we can take a quick little look at here. It's Chaos. Hailing from the South American region with a little bit of North American flavor. So I guess actually European flavor.
What? What?
You know, you was there for a little while. Did I offend you with that?
No. You're just trying to take good things away from us.
I mean, he's an honorary North American.
But who's the honorary NA?
Misery.
Raz, really?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
What?
not.
Nah.
Maybe all of them. You guys
You can't have him. I'm sorry, Gabe. There's a lot
You're
of...
not European either. You're in Australia.
No, she's just
but
being realistic.
I'm telling you that NA can't have Misery. That's what I'm telling you here. It's not about it's not about EU versus NA. It's about you can't have that credit.
Sanity versus insanity.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not promoting EU versus NA. We should when China is the strongest, we should stick together. EU, NA, we're one region. That's how it works. I'm sorry.
Well, we're going to move on to talking about Tavo because, oh my goodness gracious, I feel like he is one of the heroes that they live and die by, depending on what he gets. And NIP going to have first pick overall here. While also playing on Radiant. This has been the main trade-off that we've seen time and again, and we'll see what they decide to go for with it.
Yeah, one team takes Radiant, the other team taking second pick, so they get that last overall pick. First pick just doesn't feel super useful at the moment. It's not the kind of meta where you've only got... and we've come a long way from only having like 4 opening bands and feeling like you have 5 OP heroes, and then first pick is super, super valuable.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The new drafting structure actually means that even if there are OP heroes, they're just so much less likely to warp the meta because you've got room for both targeted bans and like respect bans, and then also meta bans. I don't know if we're going to be seeing any more changes to the structure of Captain's Mode. It's always something that's kind of weird to think about, like, what should they do? But for now, it seems pretty good.
One important thing that I notice about Chaos is that the picture on the banner and on the team profile is not the same.
Oh, interesting. Very interesting. It looks a little bit more high res on the flag. But yeah, I would agree.
A bit more. The second one looks like someone drawn it in a paint.
That's true.
Oh, Batrider getting banned. This hero is picking up steam. I mean, it is because we're seeing NIP multiple games in a row and whatnot. And Lifestealer coming in. Okay, well, Lifestealer not nearly as complicated as Faceless Void. So... That's look, and he's also looking like a really, really good hero, even with the nerfs. The Radiance build looking really solid, and Chaos. Okay, they like the Bane as a response.
Immediate response. I love Bane in this game. You can save the target with Nightmare, or you can just grip the Lifestealer during the Rage, and Pangolier. This hero.
This is Tavo.
This is Tavo. Even though it could be V's hero as well.
Yeah, that's true. But I think that if you're looking at a Chaos game and they pick Pangolier, you're thinking Tavo. And certainly they could switch things up if they wanted to later. But where are you going to go if you're NIP now? Like, is Pango enough of an issue that you need to start thinking of, like, the counters for that?
I mean, they could just straight up pick Puck here if they wanted. If they want Puck, then they have to take it sooner rather than later because I think Chaos will just ban it.
Yeah, Tavo has been complaining on Twitter about leash against Pango.
Really?
Yeah.
It is a weird interaction.
All right, incoming Slark Puck ban. That's what's going to happen. So they take the Shadow Shaman. I think NIP... obviously recognizing that this is a strong hero, potentially based off of, just the last game, but also what you've seen in this hero. I think it's a first pick worthy hero in some games even.
The Shadow Shaman is still looking super strong. I don't really see too many problems with it. I kind of wonder somewhat if we might see some more adjustments to like his base stats and stuff like that.
And there is Puck.
Yeah.
Puck ban straight away.
It's such an easy ban, right?
Yeah.
You've got Lifestealer. Lifestealer Puck is a good combo. The Puck can just hunt the Bane in the back line, so he's never going to get the Fiend's Grip off. The Dream Coil is super annoying for the Pangolier to deal with. It's just too obvious. It's like Chaos have to ban it. There's no point in like trying to do anything fancy. We're like, oh, we're going to let them pick Puck, and then we'll just pick Tiny or something and kill it over and over again. Just ban it.
And for NIP, where do they want to go? They take out the Ursa, the Lifestealer, counter. What are other ones that we've kind of seen? Beastmaster's really fallen off as an answer to Lifestealer. What else do we normally have? Like BKB, Piercing, Disables. There's Legion potentially, but they already know what the offlaner is.
They already have Bane. I don't think they need to overcommit to this cause.
Yeah. Yeah, the Fiend's Grip should in theory be enough. If NIP really or if they're really worried about the Bane, then there are lots of different ways that you can go to try and interrupt that Fiend's Grip or get up in his face. You can look at stuff like Silencer, Rubik, Earthshaker, Clockwork. None of these heroes sound particularly amazing for NIP's lineup, but if they do want to protect the Lifestealer, then one of these picks could be a decent option. But right now, Chaos just have to decide on their next ban. What else has NIP been playing that looks good? I feel like they should ban a 33 hero here.
I mean, his heroes haven't really been like the game changers as much though. Like there's been that Tidehunter, right? And then what else? I mean, I don't know.
But like we said, I feel like he gets a lot of priority, and I do. I guess I hesitate to call him the star player for the team, but out of the games that we've seen so far, I think he's looked the best. So to me, he's the most ban-worthy. Chaos seem to agree. They banned the Tidehunter in this spot. That is another hero that the Bane could potentially struggle against, right? The Fiend's Grip comes out on the Lifestealer, and then Tide just presses R, and Bane can't really do anything about it.
What if he's playing with Legacy Keys?
There you go.
What's Fiend's Grip on Legacy Keys?
F.
F? Okay.
Yeah.
Press F.
I played with QWER in Warcraft 3, so.
Wow, you were so ahead of the time. You need to have a program, right?
Yeah. You had to have what was it even called?
You guys heard it here first. Basecamp Scripter. Even way back then.
No. It was legit.
It's
back in the day.
It's not a script. There's like a text file that you had to have updated properly.
Yeah, it sounds like cheating to me
Playing
right
some
now.
Skywrath. What the heck's happening, man?
I've been exposed. Oh well.
So the other thing that I want to watch for is, we sort of touched on it briefly, but how do you deal with the fact that you just lost the first game in the last 19 games? Chaos haven't lost an official match. They won through all of their Dream League qualifiers. They won in every game that was up to here, and then they get 2-0'd by Fnatic. Got to show some resiliency coming into this one, and they're going to take the Tusk. So it's more BKB Piercing Disable, but as you guys mentioned, they might not have necessarily needed it. I guess the other thing is now it's double save.
The save is also nice
save.
against the Shadow Shaman and the Lifestealer even. Like Lifestealer is going to try and latch onto one target, and Tusk is going to make that more difficult. On the point about being resilient, this team, Chaos has been together for a little while, or at least this 5-man roster. They changed orgs, but these 5 players have been together for a little bit, and I feel like they're no strangers to adversity. Like we were saying before, there've been plenty of tournaments where these guys have been knocked out, and they always kind of pick themselves up, brush themselves off, and get right back to it. So I don't think one series is going to affect them
and
too
even
much.
like leading up to this one too. You think about even at TI, Misery was with them through that as a coach.
Yeah.
So like they've got a ton of time together, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Undying taken now.
It's going to be hard to fight into Shadow Shaman, Undying, plus a Life Stealer once he gets his items up. So many summons, so much damage basically from nothing. Overtime damage.
And a couple
They need a hero that deals well with the Life Stealer, someone who can deal damage. Juggernaut is still in the pool if they want to go for it.
What do you think about like a PL for Chaos? There is some lockdown, but
Sure.
It's okay. I mean, I can see where you're going. It's a really good answer to the Undying. I feel like the Radiance Lifestealer build is... It's not a counter to PL, but it is like Radiance as an item is always a little bit annoying for PL to play against. Is Dusa still okay against Lifestealer, or is that just not a thing?
I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily Chaos's pace of game.
The classic
either.
answer would have been like a Terrorblade, but I don't know if you can run that into Undying Shadow Shaman.
No, that doesn't seem super good. They need someone who's at least a little bit durable. It feels like they need some like real siege.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they get Pagna right now.
For Ninja's Pyjamas.
For NIP, yeah. I don't think the hero could survive. Most of the time, this hero is just banned in the last phase or 10th picked.
Can I also say that I don't think many people say Ninjas in Pyjamas. As I said it, it sounded weird coming out of my mouth.
Everyone just says NIP.
Or NIP. Yeah, it's like...
you wouldn't call them NIP.
No?
It sounds wrong.
Okay. Sounds more right than Ninjas in Pyjamas to me.
Ninjas in Pyjamas.
There's so many like syllables in there.
I think I read a
pajamas.
tweet about it's not pronounced NIP, it's pronounced NIP. I think the Counter-Strike team is also, most of the people call it NIP.
I'm going to call them Ninjas in Pyjamas this entire cast. Actually,
That might get difficult.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Is there any incentive to pick like a Lina? No, Lina, TA, sorry, in this position for NIP? No, not going to go for it. Just
All right.
That's a lot of summons.
I mean, that's the ace hero, right? I guess 3-3 has also played it in the past.
Yeah, well, I think Ace is going to play it, and then 3-3 just plays the Lifestealer, right? They put 3-3 on the safe lane a lot anyway, so...
Ace is now the off-laner.
Yeah, Ace is like become the off-lane player somehow.
But it's a core Lina. That's what they know. It's not necessarily a mid Lina. They could swap Pango to a mid lane, Lina to a side lane. You have a Bane, you have a Tusk. They could also tri-lane it if they feel like it.
Man, very little reserve time left for these two teams. Where do they go now? I'm still on the train for the PL. I guess the Lone Druid kind of makes that a little bit different. You need a way to deal with the bear, I feel like. Although, is this going to be the bear build?
I don't think it's going to be the bear build, because I think Lifestealer is not going to change his build too much.
That's true.
Lifestealer is going to build the Radiance. And
Yeah, I picked first. Like, I can't change my item build.
Yeah. Two Radiance is too much. Tiny is the ban. Morphling getting
That would have
banned
been
out.
nice.
Chaos do need a relatively hard carry that can somehow man-fight this Lifestealer Lone Druid. I don't know what the answer is. Trolls in the pool? Night Stalker. Okay.
That's 33's hero.
Yeah.
Okay, so what, is Lone Druid going mid?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, do you think Ace is playing it? Or is
it Fata Lifestealer then?
Does Fata play Lone Druid?
It doesn't matter.
Is Lone Druid good against Lina mid?
Yeah.
You could get rooted, I guess.
It's okay. Lone Druid's good in like any 1v1 situation, really. And we do get the Phantom Lancer.
Phantom Lancer it is. It's good against Undying and to close the gap. They don't have any kind of AoE. Lifestealer is probably going to build into Radiance. All right, it's going to be Fata on Night Stalker.
Oh my gosh, Night Stalker mid back.
So, no, it might be Fata playing the off lane and have 33 play the mid. Yeah,
Ace
because
is like
30, I think
playing.
33 has the best micro skills in this team.
Dude, Ace plays Meepo.
Yeah, well, he plays Broodmother. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair enough, I guess.
Lycan.
Ace is looking there. He took forever to pick his hero. He's like, are you really not letting me play Lone Druid? What the hell's happening here, guys? Come on now. It's my hero.
This is your punishment for your void performance in the last series.
Sad. Well, regardless, it is going to be a very interesting draft. I personally like Chaos Esports draft a lot more. I don't know how you guys feel about it.
Yeah, I like Tavo Pango a lot, so let's go.
There's going to be so much stuff to focus on NIP. I would say Chaos is a better team, in my opinion, 60-40. But NIP has a really good draft. And with the Night Stalker, Phantom Lancer can't Manta out of this. He can't Doppelganger. I like what they have. It's going to be a lot of confusion coming out from all these summons. Once Lifestealer gets Radiance, I think they can actually close the game.
Okay, well, we'll have to wait and see. Base Kip, your thoughts?
I am...
Once again, Baseskip, your thoughts.
Did I ask him before? Did we do that? Is that what happened?
Kind of. I mean, I kind of talked about the Tavo Pango. It's okay. I can...
It was not good enough. You need to
No,
say
We had to
more.
wait to load into the game. We're going to solve this by just
Gotta say
actually
more words.
loading into the game here.
Look, I like the... I like the support duo from Chaos, though at the same time I'm looking at it. NIP's support duo is also pretty strong in the early game. Tough call. I like both drafts, but I think I'm going to go with Chaos.
Can I tell you the reason why that I asked that a second time? Because Baseskip has been talking about how much he hates Night Stalker every time we see it picked.
That's
and
true.
I was waiting for him to say something about it.
That's true. Don't try and bait me, Gabe. I'm gonna get flamed some more. If I flame too many more heroes and players, then
Oh, it's true.
yeah, I got to be careful. I don't believe in Night Stalker, but I believe in Fada. So
Okay.
maybe the Fada Night Stalker. He's gonna have a good lane. They've got two really strong supports to make sure that Night Stalker gets something in his lane.
It feels like Night Stalker is going to be alone on bottom.
You think so?
You definitely want to secure Lifestealer's lane. They might throw one of the supports on the bottom, whether it's Shadow Shaman or Undying, but they're going to start at top. You don't want to try lane against Undying. That's the thing. So he's might get a couple of stacks, TP bottom, and just secure the lane for Night Stalker as well.
The timing of that laugh. Back and forth. Ha, 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 ha. It's great.
Tavo's an expert Pangolier player.
Yes, he is. Uh-oh. Mr. King Owl caught here for the moment. Shackle's leveled up, and he's in a little bit of a problem here. Is going to eventually go down, and they're going to save
giving
the
Ace
kill
the
to
kill.
Ace. All right. He's got the Midas in his sights.
He didn't even have to use open wounds to secure that kill.
Yeah, that's really nice. Meanwhile, mid lane, gonna see how this Bear does against Lina. Already 2-0 versus the 0-1. But kind of an interesting matchup there. I guess is the kill potential there if there's roots maybe? Or is it always just gonna be Lina sort of just able to farm?
I think it takes a rotation to kill Lina. I don't think she dies just to Lone Druid. She's always going to spam out the wave with her nukes, and even if she's like kind of low HP and threatened, she can just stand back and use Dragon Slave to CS. It's not too bad. The one question I have is, do you guys think that Lina might go for the magic damage build this game? Like, get the like Yule's Aether Lens Aghanim Scepter that we've seen some people going for instead of...
Aghanim Scepter is really good. Pure damage against the Lifestealer, against Bear. You can pretty much erase Shadow Shaman from the game with the one shot.
Tavo down here against Fado, 1v1. He's kind of going to have his way with him, it looks like.
It's just 9-2 against 4-0. They do have a couple of creeps coming under the tower now, but still really, really good.
In the meantime, they are still going to run this straight up tri-lane versus tri-lane, which is normally where Undying loves to live. But I think it does get a little bit more problematic when you have HFN that can just sort of, you know, kill off that tombstone if he decides to use it. So maybe gonna have to go for a different route.
Yeah, I imagine he's just gonna get more points in Decay and Soul Rip.
Yeah.
Chaos also have a pretty good tri-lane. Like, tag team is strong. Bane's pretty decent at just trading hits.
Do you want to play a tri-lane against Undying? He has 3 mangoes, so basically unlimited mana, has a magic stick to work with.
Oh, Weehaw. Oh, getting testy there. Going for that rune, but just going to solo kill 3-3.
Oh, and he couldn't even pick up the regen with his bear. So now Weehaw gets the regen. Oh, man.
That's a lane winner right there. That's a lane winner.
For sure.
That's also 50 seconds with no bear because he resummoned.
Oh my god.
That is abysmal.
It's a really low CS mid lane. Can I just say that as well? 9-2 against 11-7. It's not a whole lot of farming going on there. Lots of damage being traded and lots of harassment.
All right, well, 2-1. PPD getting ran down here. Gets caught in the shackles for the moment. They use the tag team, but now it's going to be turned on to Ace, and it looks like this Tusk is still going to die regardless of that. The shackles catching on to PL, and he does not have Doppelganger right now. Needs to be a little bit careful as they have another Soul Rip and the Decay. Decides to turn on to Misery instead. PPD looking for the grudge match kill instead, and they are going to instead try and turn this one on to the Shadow Shaman, and maybe they'll just get all 3 of them. Because HFN is going to go down.
I don't know what this decision is. You're fighting
they
3 versus 3 against Undying, and he just suicided. This is sick. Perfect.
And they instigated all of that, right? They didn't have to go on the Undying. He still had, they were going on him. PPD was just standing there. He had 5 stick charges, a Decay, and a Soul Rip up his sleeve. That was just a totally suicidal move.
And now he has Boots of Speed. He can play this game for 60 minutes. This hero doesn't need items. They changed his talent, so level 15 is swapped with level 20 talent, so he's not that strong in a mid game anymore.
Okay. Silence on the lucky shot, and Fata just gonna die with that rotation.
Tag team plus Swashbuckle is pretty nasty.
Plus he has a Javelin.
Yeah.
They do have the Nightmare out here. Misery not deciding to punch him, but we'll just take the Bounty Rune instead. And it looks
it's gonna be 3 for 1.
Nice little combo there. But this lane swap now, we're seeing that there is a reaction coming out from NIP. They're bringing in Saksa on the Shadow Shaman, and it is nighttime, so Fata ready to lay waste to this Pango. No way out for that one, and only level 2 on this Tusk also needs to be careful, is not going to be able to walk away with the shards, and, well, the tip comes out from PPD. Oh,
nice.
Spicy.
Night Stalker is really high level because he was playing the lane alone. Instant reaction, good timing. First night they want to grab a couple of kills. Double kill for Fata. He has Gloves of Haste. Hand of Midas queued up. I love how my boy IX Mike just joined Dota and has a profile picture of Midas.
I saw that one actually. It's what we're doing. It's what's happening.
That's where we're at.
Couple tips come out now, HFN, giving him back the business. I do say that in spite of those couple of kind of rough-looking kills, it's not a significant lead in spite of the 7-3 kill score. NIP not really pulling that far ahead just because of, I think, what was going on mid.
Yeah, that and the 3-1 bounty split helped out Chaos a little bit.
Level 6 on Night Stalker. Pops the mango, runs in. They see themselves a Tusk and realize we can't really do all that much here. Snowball trying to get the walk away. Tavo seeing if he can get the slowdown. And actually just going to go for the Rolling Thunder onto that Shadow Shaman. Hits onto the tree, the stump, and Tavo needs to get out of here. is going to eventually be able to go for the walk away. And another Crippling Fear here, but Fada does not have the mana as of yet. Crippling Fear used, seeing if they can chase. Silence is there. Not quite enough of the punches as of yet. Tavo still trying to run away. And it looks like he is maybe going to be able to make his way out of there. Shackles, no. No way out.
Dark Ascension, very strong. And I like.
Didn't you flame Night Stalker? Sorry.
That was on me. That was on me.
All
I
right.
baited him in.
Strong, very long cooldown.
There it is.
Very obscenely long cooldown. But I love the way that they're playing around the Night Stalker. Like the way that the Shadow Shaman is just coming down here and really enabling the Night Stalker to do something with this first Night. Because I think a lot of the Night Stalkers that we've seen, he just ends up using the first Night as catch-up. He doesn't actually get any kills. But this is the total opposite.
Oh, shards missed. That's the thing about the core Night Stalker. He can't really rotate if he's playing the solo lane. If he suddenly goes missing, you know something is up. But if someone else rotates to his lane, then it's a different thing.
Weeha spotting out the Shadow Shaman. The Shackles come out. There is nobody that's really in position to rotate for this kill. And so Weeha's just going to take it solo. It looked like he used the Laguna Blade earlier to kill off the bear as well. As Ace turning to fight here. Realizes that they can't do it as the PL was moving closer. So the trade-off is PPD is just asserting dominance in this top lane. And Misery and the rest of them keeping back Ace. They show up with the Night Stalker though. This is the big bad man. They'll still kill off Misery, but can't quite find HFN.
That's 8-minute Midas on Fada. He's level 7.
Great. He's the most farmed hero on the Radiant. He's the most farmed hero in the game.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Like I said, I don't believe in Night Stalker, but I believe in Fada, and he's actually really good at these active kind of space creation heroes.
Oh, scan connected.
Doesn't matter, though. Okay, yeah, it does. We're just going to disappear.
Yeah, he's hidden out of there. So still, in spite of those early kills, 10-5, less than 1,000 gold lead. We do have Shadow Shaman that's been able to take this bottom lane for himself. And does have wards up now, pre-10 minutes, so does not have to take the tome. Always good things. Probably give that one over to PPD.
Yeah, they should be able to use the Lone Druid push plus the Master Serpent Wards to go and get a free tower somewhere. Looks like they want mid.
And Weeha just going to find the kill there onto the Shadow Shaman. But this is a lot of pressure onto the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. And if Weeha shows up, Batman might be coming for you. Misery is here as well. They're going to end up losing this tower. No glyph used, but the roll in coming. Oh, the fear! Great play from 33. Is it going to be enough, though? They're going to pull him in with this snowball. The chase forward coming from Tavo as well. They want to kill off this Lone Druid desperately, but it's not quite happening. And in the meantime, just going to try and TP away with Lina. Doesn't get out in time.
Oh,
yes!
no root.
Barely happening. And Misery, he is going to go down, but they got out with the Lina, and also Tavo is able to escape here, it looks like. Although, Fata, he's chasing for this one. Bounty rune there as well. It looks like that is going to be enough to get him out.
It's going to be daytime, so Night Stalker does not want to chase. Phantom Lancer trying to farm as much as possible on the bottom side of the map. Lone Druid even has Helmet the Dominator right now, so even one extra creep on top of Tombstones, on top of Serpent Wards.
I like this. It's very proactive. NIP really looking to just force the issue, keep on making plays.
Tava needs to be careful here. Yeah. Swashbuckle away, and this is going to be another tower taken for NIP. Meanwhile, the trade is looking to happen as Weeha is pushing in the mid lane and HFN and Misery are pushing in bottom. Weeha hits the stun as they walk into this, but the bear has come back in. And that is going to force the Lina back. Or is it? Lina? Need to be careful. PPD is here also, heading down to the south. This is not quite where she wants to be, although maybe with Misery moving in, they can turn this back around, but Fata shows up as well. Nightmare out. Weeha still running, able to escape. And well, Misery is going to be left with the bear.
Weeha's just using his move speed to get out of there. It looked a little bit weird, but actually quite good that he forces all those rotations. They end up losing Misery, but still a nice play from Wii. But this early game is not going so hot for them. I feel like we haven't felt the impact out of the supports too much. And still waiting for items on a few of these cores to really get things going.
Maelstrom is going to be coming out for Tavo. 3-3 shows up top lane. Tavo does not even want to take the chance of getting rooted there. Particularly with that Helm of the Dominator online.
So who has the better team fight? Neither team really has a huge amount of it. So the 5-on-5s...
NIP for sure. Crippling Fear,
Yeah.
Serpent Wards once you drop down the Tombstone. Phantom Lancer does not have an item yet.
But they have to keep them at like that area as well, right? If they just kite away from the tomb and the Serpent Wards, then that's going to be difficult.
Wait, what happened? How did he miss?
He missed what? Is that
The last hit on the
They
observer
hit
ward.
on that ward.
Yeah,
I have no idea. That's really
like he hit twice for sure.
Yeah. That's super bizarre.
Looked like Scriff
You
was
can't
pointing
you can't miss on wards anymore
Yeah.
either, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
All right, someone tweet at me. At
Yeah,
Lacoste Dota, what just happened?
Don't worry, they're going to tell you why you're wrong. So it's what happens. But 1,000 gold lead right now for NIP. Still just the 12-6 score. And Midas online for Mr. Lifestealer. Ace. Getting his farm on.
I don't see any sentries from Chaos, but I see sentry from NIP.
The vision for both teams, they got some observers up on the NIP side. Chaos got nothing, really. They're just looking for something. I think they want to use this Fiend script. Sox is not the best kill, but they'll take it.
This is at least something for them. I always want to get a type of kill like that, maybe transition into tower getting taken, although top is sort of being pushed up by the Lifestealer a little bit anyways, so it's not the fastest rotation up there in the world. And, well, PPD holding on the creep wave there mid. Been a fair amount of tips early on here, but they're just going to continue to farm out their own side of the maps. Those procs from the Javelin. Maelstrom doing a good bit onto that Undying. And we're getting close to nighttime. Gonna pop the Dark Ascension immediately. Use your Midas. Who wants to chase instead? Crippling Fear is out.
Chaos.
Tavo able to run out of there. Tavo feeling pretty good about it.
All right, so what happened? PPD killed the sentry. I didn't even see PPD there.
Ah, okay, gotcha. Oh, well, it's a ward trap onto several. And still in the Dark Ascension here. They've already killed off that Shadow Shaman. I mean, it really feels like not much has happened. Like, NIP were off to a really hot start, and they're good in the laning stage, but afterwards, they don't really do all that much, any of these heroes. Night Stalker is the ganker that tries to make stuff happen, but if you just run away from him, like, he doesn't do all that much.
They need to play together, gather in front of the tower, put the wards, take objective, and just go back.
Do you think they can take tier 2s at this point? Like, they could definitely go and take the last tier 1 at bottom, but I don't know if they can actually take any of the tier 2 towers into what Chaos have. Is Ice Shards plus Rolling Thunder still a sick combination as well? Is that a thing?
You bounce off of it.
Yeah, you can, like, if you angle yourself just right, you just get trapped inside.
I thought that you got stuck, but maybe.
Yeah.
Or I thought it ended it, but I could be wrong. The roll in, immediately into silence. This is a 4-person silence for a second there. The root comes out as well, able to catch on to this PL that Pango is trying to walk away. Tavo on absolutely nothing will be killed off by Fata, and Weeha not able to hit on the LSA either. Nobody from NIP has gone down yet, and HFN will eventually be killed off as well.
They're so much stronger if they play it correctly. And now they're going to continue to farm to manage to defend tier 1 tower. all looking good. Once Lifestealer gets the Radiance, they're going to be 3 times stronger.
I mean, that's the situation where it feels like, okay, they used wards, they used Dark Ascension, we should be able to make something happen. But they just don't have the same type of like team fight capabilities without those even.
The PL is not ready to fight, and the Pangolier didn't get any spells off. So they completely lose the team fight because of that. We is going to be going for that sort of spell damage build. Going into the Aether Lens now, so we'll have obscene range on his stun.
Dark Ascension, the silence, you can't get away from it here. He needs to find a target to get close to, but the slowdown is going to come. They have the fear afterwards. HFN trying to run, is rooted, going to be killed. And now King R also in trouble, going to snowball forward onto Fata. But I don't think that that's going to save his life as eventually they turn and just beat him down. Misery also trying to run. These heroes from NIP do not care about Bane at all. It is going to be a kill onto Soxka in the meantime and just going to TP out afterwards. But they lose 3 on Chaos in exchange for that Shaman kill.
I mean, think about Night Stalker. His crippling fear, no, it's AoE silence, so Tusk can't save you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to hope that you like can run to the snowball or something.
Yeah, he has to have the snowball like already running. Get in! It's just like he's got the car already started.
Yeah.
Getaway driver.
Light Strike Array and a couple punches gets themselves a bear. And a 3,000 gold lead right now for NIP over the past couple of minutes. Tavo just deciding that he is going to walk away and give him the taunt afterwards.
Yeah. It's like, all right, Ace, you don't have any damage.
PPD goes down to HFN.
They're getting the supports, but it doesn't really feel like Chaos are getting too many other kills. It feels like Soxa has died a bunch of times, and PPD has died a couple, but the majority of the kills, yeah, I mean, what do we have? The Shaman's 2 and 5, and the Undying has 3. So 8 out of the 10 Chaos kills are all just the supports.
Yeah. But likewise, it's not NIP pulling significantly ahead. The Chaos is staying with them pretty well.
No, but
in spite of those kills.
There's a huge timing coming up for NIP, like Lacoste was saying. Like
Yeah.
the Radiance on the Lifestealer is going to be so difficult to deal with, and the BKB on the Night Stalker. Oh my God, they're so strong.
Yeah, and Lone Druid has 3,000 gold, so he can buy whatever he wants. Also, Phantom Lancer, his power spikes.
This is a weird gank though. I think they should have waited for the Radiance and Lone Druid to buy something. They've only got a little bit of nighttime left.
But if they find him right off the bat, Tavo just TPs into hell. It's blown up.
Yeah, even with Guardian Greaves, it's not gonna help you out against Night Stalker's silence. It's a good team fighting item, but I've seen Juggernauts buying Manta style to try to get rid of that silence. It's not very effective.
Just about 12-to-1 odds right there. Ain't looking good. A 5,000 gold lead, and this is the beginning of that timing you were talking about.
NIP really just taking control of the game. And we is kind of the only bright spot for Chaos, it feels like.
Oh, cast range, Aether Lens.
It's so insane. It's ridiculous to play against.
They could go to Roche right now. They have Mass Serpent Wards, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Free Roche for them.
Fata looks so weird, just like flying up above his head. Shards goes out. That does mean that Fata can just fly over here and hover above that Tusk. But
Is it a plane? Is it a bird? It's a 721 Night Stalker.
It's an ominously hovering Night Stalker.
they actually are feeling kind of uncomfortable going for this right now, but the Crippling Fear, Tavo's still going to be able to turn. No, they get the Fear interrupting the ulti. Tavo, he needs to get it off the shield crash, getting that extra damage mitigation. Lena's going to be back up in 4 seconds if they can survive for that much longer.
Just
this
finish
might
their
work out
Roche.
for them. And Roche is going to go down by virtue of Chaos now if they're not careful. It's on absolutely nothing. All right, the sleep, they buy back in the end, and they feel like they have to fight this here, and it looks like Chaos are prepared to defend.
I think they could have just sacrificed one hero and finished the Roche with the other 4, even if it's a Night Stalker.
Radiance Burn. This is so deadly. If Chaos are able to get this, it's huge for them. But likewise, if NIP walk back in,
Ancient
there is
Prowler.
no nighttime. Trying to walk into this one. The Cadge, Light Strike Array, it's not quite on the mark. The Snowball trying to take down the Undying at the start of this fight. The PL is going to start to burn through all of their mana if they can make it work. But the Radiance Burn is also going to start to stack up. They don't have
Double
Rolling
damage.
Thunder again for 25 seconds. A DD spawning right in the midst of all this chaos. He manages to get the swashbuckle off while being shackled. So
All right.
there's like no mana. But still, it looks like Chaos are able to keep NIP away long enough. They're going to have to get their mana back up again. Rolling Thunder can sometimes be the big determining factor in these fights around the Roche pit. We'll see if Chaos want to continue to contest. Nighttime, back up again in 4. They're going to TP the bear away to try and get the split push. PPD, the one that gets initiated on right at the start, and Ace is on top of them as well. Raged up and with that DD, might find the kill. The Nightmare save, but only for a moment. They eventually take down Tavo. They're going to take down the PL, and this fight is over. Misery is going to be the last one left, most likely to die, but Chaos just have to get out with everybody else here. You can't afford to take this fight at this point. Although maybe Weehaw can try and find some type of a pick off. No, it's not going to happen.
Now it's time to finish the Roche. Lifestealer, level 14 with the Radiance. They don't have the answer for this Lifestealer.
No.
There's no way to kill him. They're not kiting him successfully. The Night Stalker is creating so many problems in the fights too. Fata is making this hero look amazing. And I don't know, Chaos just can't seem to put anything together. The poor Tavo is struggling so much in these fights. The Night Stalker just gets on top of him and he can't do anything.
It feels like they're going to need 4 staffs, but like, who do you buy it on?
Wee's buying one.
Okay. But that also doesn't necessarily feel great to have to
Oh, he
build
was.
that.
That's a weird looking 4-staff for sure.
He had it queued up.
He can Yules at least now to sort of like...
I don't have a computer, guys. Come on. I can't click on things.
So what do we got here? Misery is just living his life. Got the Windlace and some boots in a dream. It will be nighttime again in just under a minute. The natural nighttime. Bottom lane, Weehaw. Throws out a stun and then backs away. So is there at all for you guys this impending sense of doom of PL being farmed if NIP don't take advantage of this timing?
Nah, they have better late
ages.
game, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. Lena's not going to scale with this kind of an item build. You can't really just rely on Phantom Lancer to carry the game.
And
Lone Druid is the hero with 12 slots.
Yeah. And the only thing that's weak about like Night Stalker is hold that thought.
I mean, he's running into all of them. Has Fata gone too far, or is he just going to find more food?
Okay. The thing about Night Stalker is that he's similar to Slardar in that he's not necessarily a good carry because he doesn't scale well with items. He's not a great like carry hero because he doesn't farm very well. But Night Stalker is actually amazing with items. So,
Yeah, he's level 20 talent, plus 50 damage if you get him to level 25.
yeah.
Hunter in the night attack speed. He might even go for Dark Ascension cooldown, actually, because that's a new one.
Yeah. And getting that bonus damage from Dark Ascension is like so good anyways that having that back up over and over again might be better than the attack speed. You can itemize for attack speed. Fata chasing.
He's going to catch Wii.
Got him there. The punch is going to have a light strike array afterwards, but no angle. Blinks away. Last second tries to TP out. Fata not finding. Now instead is going to head towards the top lane.
All right. Chaos still trying, still making the plays, taking some buildings, dragging NIP around the map. But that's kind of all they can do. The last few team fights have shown very clearly that NIP are the ones with the superior fight.
Both Lacoste and I hit our cough button at the exact
Same time.
That's what he's laughing about.
Ah.
Looks like Tusk is going to go back for a 4th staff as well.
It's going to take him a little bit.
Gotta stay positive. Whenever you're playing a game when nothing is going well, you put 2 items, 2 expensive items in your quick buy. That's the PMA.
Just motivate yourself.
Yeah.
How is that motivational, actually?
This game's gonna last. We're not gonna lose in the next 5 minutes.
There you
Okay,
go.
gotcha.
I dream of a world where we can maybe win. That's what's happening.
33 just building auras here.
I mean, again, they're doing the right things. Chaos, keeping the lean lanes pushed out constantly, not taking fights that they know they can't win.
Yeah, they don't want to fight the Aegis. It's kind of
Right.
obvious. Oh.
Silence, slow down. Fata in the BKB does have a grip if he can get away from the silence, but it ain't happening. That light strike ray ain't hitting either. The shackles interrupting the rolling thunder. Tavo has not had the game that he wanted. And 3 are dead from Chaos as Weeha is going to TP away.
Here's the thing. They could have just given them the Bane.
Yeah.
Did Chaos need, like, we were just praising them for doing the right thing and not fighting the Aegis, and then they run 3 heroes into Night
Oh,
Stalker.
HFN gets the courier near the side shop.
Whatever they can do.
All right, nice. Some money.
And just chasing underneath the tower. Lena dies. Yeah, this is getting ugly.
All right,
this
game's starting to look pretty over.
Yeah. Going up high ground. Weeha does have buyback. If you use it at this stage, it feels real bad. Fata caught there by the Enfeeble, but they do have to use it if they want to defend their buildings, and I'm not sure if it's going to happen. They have the sleep there as well. Light Strike Ray going to connect onto 3-3. They throw out a little bit of the swashbuckle, get the disarm onto the bear as well. Misery walking out of there. They did just lose the Aegis as well. The Fiend's grip on absolutely nothing. The Light Strike Ray, Laguna Blade, everything, killing off that Light Striker. Ace goes down. Can they find anything more, though? It's a BKB TP away. They can't break that secondary TP, so everybody except for PPD gets out.
That was really bad timed, the Aegis. It just ran out. He should not be that deep.
Yeah, there's no way that NIP should lose that fight and not get the full lane of Rax. Like, it's only a minor setback. They're still very much in control of the game, but it is a little bit sloppy. Oh.
Well, good thing that Phantom Lancer killed the courier there. It was a full Manta style from Lifestealer, I think.
Fata. Oh, they can't quite get him. Yeah, that would have been a nice little win for them. The resummon. And he got stunned as he got resummoned. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was weird. Just Dota things.
I wonder, does that mean if you Fiend script the bear and you resummon, is he going to be Fiend script? Questions for another day.
I mean, you can't resummon if it's taking damage.
Oh, there
right?
you go. Good call.
So. Oh.
See you later. Nope, not happening. Shadow Shaman making the plays needed. And this Radiance Life Stealer with the Manta that's going to be coming out as soon as that courier comes back to life.
The distance between the Night Stalker and the... No, I mean, not just in terms of farm, but the impact difference between the Night Stalker and the Pangolier this game is ridiculous. I feel like we just really haven't seen a whole lot out of Tava. Look at this, he's 1-6-5. Like, it's been a very quiet Pango game for him, but I think that's just because he has... he's got Night Stalker in his face every fight.
Night Stalker just bought a tome for himself. So he's level 20. Give me that damage.
He's got to Google it real fast. What's the...
All right, movement speed it is.
Which one has the higher win rate? You got to go to Dota buff real quick. It's going to be impossible to escape from now with the Crippling Fear. That's...
I like the item choice. He switched from Basher to Mjolnir. He wants to be prepared in the late game just to deal with the Phantom Lancer illusions.
And PL also had a Basher queued up, but he decided to go back for the Heart instead. So HFN becoming a tanky PL. And while yes, there are a lot of ways to deal with it in this game, it does feel like at bare minimum, you need to be able to survive in these fights and hope that you can burn through that mana for PL to be relevant in the later stages. So 31 minutes in, it's a 10,000 net worth lead, not insurmountable, but as we've said time and again, it does feel like the heroes that NIP have deal with what Chaos is bringing to the table. The changeup could be maybe this Aghanims on Lina. You burn one hero through the start of the fight. Maybe that's something you could turn the stuff around.
It only stays strong for so long, though. Like if the Night Stalker and the Lifestealer feel like they're just getting killed by Lina with Ags, they can just tank up. They just buy a heart.
Just buy a heart, man.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right, smoke now coming from NIP.
So it's not the best smoke in terms of the lane position, but they're trying to make it. They're going for a less obvious play. Fada was still showing top for a little bit there, and now he's TPing to rejoin the team.
Oh, and running into Misery again. We'll see if they decide to leave him to his fate this time. Yeah, King R is just like, I don't want to be here anymore, but Sock's able to find his target. They get that kill, and those illusions are just illusions. So NIP just take the supports.
It's a good play. They made it seem like they were playing behind Fada and that they were playing the top side of the map, and so Chaos decided that they needed to come in there and put some vision down over in the Radiant jungle to try and set up for like a map swap sides where one of their cores would be playing on the bottom side of the map, but they just got baited. And NIP find the 2 quick kills. Just the supports, not a huge deal, but still a nice play.
They need to clear the waves and then group up in front of the towers, drop everything, go for objectives, but they might be waiting for a Roche, and Roche is up.
I think NIP should buy, if they don't have one already, they should buy a gem at this point. It's like very important item for just kind of closing out the game.
You know, one thing that does need to be a little bit concerning if you're NIP is this Lina Aghanim Scepter. A lot of the itemization that 3-3 is going towards is not going to make his hero tankier. And right now that Aghanims does more than half of his HP.
He's just carrying a bunch of auras, though. He's not the important hero anymore for NIP. I don't think it really matters.
Misery. They have Fata. No sentry ward down. These 2 supports are caught silenced for the moment. Weehao looking for a way into this fight, and Tavo just going to try and roll around through all of it as well. Doing at the Rolling Thunder damage. Can they find any more? Snowball saving for the moment. They're getting the long duration shackles onto Tavo, but nobody's hitting this Pangolier at all. Nobody has died yet. PBD is very low, and Misery able to save himself as well. Still nobody dying. BKB comes out from Fata. Tavo, Hex, they're trying to focus him down with these 3 heroes, and that might finally be enough to kill off this Pango. But he will be the lone casualty as this fight is sprawled out to the other side, and it looks like Chaos are going to have to call it good from there, although they don't get out with Lina as she runs into Fada in the trees.
Oh, he's going to fly over them.
This is a problem. They find themselves this snowballed Tusk who is going to try and escape to the creeps. And Fata has bigger things in mind as he has found HFN, but HFN turns the fight now as well, drain away all the mana. Doppelganger to try and walk away from this one. The fear comes out as well, and now they found the real PL and are gonna take him down. Double kill for Fata. This guy is a monster.
Yeah, give him the tips. Fada's playing fantastically.
Oh, they're gonna grab 4 bounty runes on top of that. 16,000 network lead. Lifestealer even has Shiva's Guard to deal with the PL illusions.
There's only one hero left that they really need to itemize against. That's the PL. It's making PL's life really hard.
Speaking of which, he is back up again. And they are trying to clear through these Serpent Wards, but NIP came to play in this game at #1 and have come up with all of the answers. And after losing 1 game, now Chaos are looking like they're going to lose 3 more, or rather 2 more in a row, and 3 total, as 21,000 net worth lead. 36 minutes in, they are going to probably lose all 3 of these barracks.
I don't see them coming back.
No.
They don't have the tools. With this kind of a build on Lina, even if it's some kind of a damage dealing build, they still can't take a fight. This Night Stalker is just way too strong right now. Plus the Lifestealer, Lone Druid building all the auras. Once they gather in front of your tower with the Tombstone, with Serpent Wards, your Raxes are gone.
Glimmer Cape to save the NS there. He does not go down. Nobody from NIP has died in a very long time. It's not looking like it's going to happen anytime soon unless they can find this kill onto Ace, maybe, but he's walking away, still holding on to stick charges as well. He's baiting them out deeper and deeper. They might find this kill onto Shadow Shaman, who's silenced and in trouble, but it's only a Shadow Shaman, and in the base, NIP is laying waste. Misery goes down. They buy back on the Shaman. Gonna chase, and GG is called.
Just a really solid game from NIP. Fada and 33 looked great. Ace did his job. Nothing to really criticize on that front.
Pyjamas.
Much better draft from NIP in this series. They had
it was cohesive.
Team fighting.
Yeah.
They had good laning stage. Fada just blew up everybody at one point. The decision making was also good. The rotations, they managed to rotate the Night Stalker's lane, then gave XP to Shadow Shaman. Night Stalker was the one who was rotating, just buying time for Lifestealer to get his Radiance. Once the Radiance is up, there's really no way they can fight. His Radiance comes way faster than the second item on a Phantom Lancer, even though the second item on him is not that big of a deal.
22-1 and 13.
That is a scoreline.
I mean, this is the thing, too, right? Like, you look at what happened in the last series, and so many people were flaming Fada, so many people were flaming Ace. This guy comes in and just dominates the game, showing up in a big way, definitely, in this one. And sort of, as far as, like, the way that they go forward now in this tournament, do you think that you try and prioritize Fada a little bit more? Because the other one was not looking as good.
I think you try and pick supports with stuns some more as
fair.
well. I think look, I mean, it's not just about the drafts. I think Soxa played pretty well, but so much of what Fada did that game was enabled by the rotations from the Shadow Shaman early.
Yeah.
Shadow Shaman came to his lane, set up a double kill, set up an additional kill after that, and because of that, Night Stalker had this 8-minute Midas. And from there, the Night Stalker was just able to keep running around the map. He stayed on top of Golden Experience because of the Midas purchase, and all of that was set up by the Shadow Shaman at the beginning.
Yeah, if you compared these two drafts, so when they played against Aster, the second game and this one, you have Enchantress and the Keeper of the Light. You can't really make any movement. Even though they won that game, you're playing from behind. You can't really make an action with these two supports. This is why I don't like these openers where two supports end up with no disables, no stuns, no way to initiate a fight, and suddenly you feel like you're stuck in your own base, either trying to play for a super late game, try to win game from there, or just completely useless.
Well, hopefully they're not going to be completely useless again in game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, NIP finding their groove in Chaos. They need to find it themselves. Maybe they need to talk to Stella. That's a 90s joke, and we're going to be back in just a little bit with game number 2.